All right, welcome back, guys. Welcome back. I got another special video for you guys today. I want to just speak briefly about a truck that I've seen throughout the years of going to a customer. I've seen this special truck like I want to say for the last 4 years at least. Just kind of sitting in this guy's front yard, and man, I'd see this thing all the time. And just from the sight that I could see from the street, the truck always looked super complete. It looked like it could go to work. It just looked forgotten about, or maybe a guy retired and didn't really have any use for it. Maybe just something he didn't ever want to let go, didn't really have the place, to store it, didn't have the finances to restore it, I don't know. It always had this look just sitting there. So I always said, oh yeah, one day I'll go talk to the guy or, see what the story is about this truck. And so finally, the other day was the day I kind of just was like driving by. I had one drop to the customer in that area. And I was like, man, it'd be super cool to just talk to this guy and see what he has to say, And I went and knocked on the door, and I was a little worried, I don't really like knocking on anybody's door. But I knocked on the door and kind of took a couple steps back out in the yard to, have plenty of room for him to open the door and not startle him. And I had my truck kind of parked off to the side so he could clearly see my truck from, the median. So I say, hey, this is my truck here. I'm just very curious about your A model sitting here. And he said, come over here. Let's, Now what? I said, your A model here, I've seen it throughout the years just in the same spot. What's the story behind it? I started there with it. What was the story behind the truck? He said, oh, the truck used to haul for Pepsi at one point in time, and from here to the coast, and I used to do this, used to do that. And he got it from a guy years ago, and he didn't really do much with it, other than haul Pepsi. And there wasn't really much of a story that he could tell me. Granted, there was so many other questions I had, like, I wanted to know what motor it had, and, I wanted to look at the frame. Was it aluminum? Is it steel? Has it been sleeved? I wanted to see the interior. So, all those little things that I wanted to see, it takes you off of, the main story of where has this truck been in the last 20 years, of its life? When was the last time it actually went to work? And, make a long story short, the guy ended up giving me his number, and he told me, hey man, why don't you give me a call anytime, and if you got any other questions, or if you want to come over and see the truck anytime soon, just take my number down, and if I have any more ideas on a price of what I want to sell it for, I'll shoot you a text or whatever. So he didn't really say, he said he would be interested in selling the truck. He just didn't really have a number in his mind. He said, I was the only one other than one other guy that was like 80 years old 2 years ago came and talked to him. And he said, I'm the only guy that had really stopped by and wanted to hear about the truck. Well, guys, I'll tell you this, man. I didn't grow up around old trucks at all. I didn't grow up around semi-trucks at all. I didn't step foot in a semi-truck until I was like 21 or 20 years old in driving school. But as you guys can see, like, I got the bug for just anything motor related. Like, I love racing, I love cars, I love trucks, I love all this stuff. I just don't have the room to do what I really want to do. Back on the truck deal, I really like the old trucks. I like seeing when guys pull old trucks out of the field and they do a couple things to them, polish what's there, take them to a show. Like, that stuff's really cool to me, you know? And this truck was so complete, and it just really needs somebody to clean it up and polish what's there. And, you know, obviously, ideally, it'd be nice to put new frame rails under the truck and kind of go from there, but I don't know. Anyways, we got to talking a little more, and he told me, hey, if you ever have a free weekend, if you want to come up and help me clear it out, I'll let you take it for a drive. And I'm like, this thing drives? Oh yeah, it'll fire right up. It's got a 8V90. Is it 8V90? 8V96. I can't remember off the top of my head, and I don't want to stop the video. 8V90 or 8V90, you know, the Detroit, the V8 Detroit. It's got one of those. It's a silver. It's got one of those in it. He said the motor was rebuilt some years back, so it doesn't have very many miles on the motor itself. And he said, yeah, it'll drive. We, you know, once in a while we'll, you know, back in the day, we'd take it up to, you know, truck shows, up, nothing big, no big name truck shows, just like little get together type truck shows up in the woods and, you know, stuff like that. But other than that, the truck is sat for a very long time. He said, yeah, if you have a free weekend, you help me clear all this stuff out around it, I'll let you hop in it and take it for a spin around the block and see if you like it or not. So it's also got a 13-speed transmission. It would be cool if it had a 6 and a 4 or 5 and a 4 or whatever. You know, it would be cool if it had something like that. I've never driven anything like it, but, you know I could figure it out. Not a big deal. I think the truck is super cool, and I would love to have it. I'd love to be able to buy it for a reasonable price. My plan with the truck would be buy it for a reasonable price, clean up what's there, clean the interior up, preserve what's there, protect it, and just give it the maintenance items that I know it's going to need, you know, like, like the biggest thing that I would like for that truck is to reframe it. Steel frame, put it at the wheelbase you want. My opinion, 270, somewhere in there, would be perfect with that little 36-inch bunk. I think they're 36-inch bunk. Could be even smaller. I think 270 would be just enough frame rail to look really good. And obviously, you guys know me. I want the stance of that truck to just be super low. I think that would be super cool. I wouldn't care to do a paint job. I think that paint would shine. You know, I think keeping what's there is cooler than slapping some cheap paint on it, and there's really no story behind the truck. You know, there's really no, it just looks like another show truck, if you will. Like, if I left it the way it was and just put new frame rails under it, I'd actually enjoy working it. I feel like if you go too extensive in making it beautiful and perfect, then it's like a show truck, and like I don't have the coin to make a real show truck. I'd like the truck to be, you know, just structurally good and mechanically good, and like go put it under a trailer and go haul loads with it. Like, that's what I would want out of it, you know, gear it to today's standard. I think he said it has a 411 gear in it, you know, put 355s in it at least, and be able to go haul loads, you know. That would be what I would want out of that truck, you know. But who knows? I got the guy's number. He texted me to make sure we both have each other's numbers, and he was a really nice guy, really nice, really, you know, open. He wasn't trying to hide anything. He was just, it sounded like he just wanted somebody to have a conversation with him, you know, and who knows what may come out of it, man. It would be cool to have this truck, but without further ado, I'll go ahead and show you guys what the truck looked like. It was a quick walk around video of the passenger side. You know, I asked him, hey, do you mind if I record? But he kind of, oh, sure. Like, he wasn't really, so I didn't want to go there with him. I just wanted to do a quick video, and I think there's enough video there to show you guys what I'm talking about. Another big thing, these old trucks, a lot of them had the fuel tanks where the steps would be. This thing has matching fuel tanks on both sides. They're painted white, and it has matching step boxes on both sides. So I thought that was very unique. It has 2 pipes. It has 2 air cleaners. I mean, dude, this truck is like there. All it needs is a killer stance, mechanically sound, and let's go, But let's get on with the video. Hope you guys enjoy it. Trying to get some more content out to you guys. Right now, I'm working on my interior in the truck. It's been going okay. It's not easy, I'll say that. And I know a lot of you guys are wondering where I got this interior from, but like, to be honest, guys, you guys can do the research and find interior yourself. And I don't mean that in a rude way at all. I mean, I had a bad experience with the company I got my stuff from, and I don't recommend anyone go to them, to be honest. The guy basically won't return phone calls half the time, won't return a text message simply. I ordered this stuff back in November. It's March when I got it. He didn't give me buttons, and he told me we'll figure it out in the morning. I'll call you tomorrow. Didn't return a text for, now we're going on 3 days after I talked to him. You name it, guys. Like, customer service, garbage. Maybe to somebody else, maybe he'd do better. To me, terrible. I'm not gonna lie, I spent $4,000 on my entire interior kit. Everything you guys are gonna see, my sleeper, everything, all those panels, which is not a lot of stuff. I spent the money on the floor, but for everything, $4,000, and I can't even get decent customer service, a decent call back. He will call back, and when he is on the phone, he's a really nice guy. Sounds like everything's going great, whatever. As soon as you get off the phone, you need something from him, good luck getting them back on the phone. But I'm not going to say the company's name, but you guys can figure out. There's only a couple guys that are selling bolt-on interior, and I'm not recommending anyone go and do what I did. No shade at anybody, but I'm not. If someone hits me up anymore, and they're, I'm not telling anyone, hey man, where's this interior from? Hey, you guys are on Instagram. You guys know the interior companies that are out there. I'm not really putting the name out there. I'm not recommending anything. I'm just showing you guys what I'm doing in my truck. It's unfortunate that Peterbilt didn't make nice interior for Peterbilts ever, really, in my opinion. I mean, I hate Peterbilt interior. So now I got to put Kenworth interior in my Peterbilt, and it is what it is. I think it looks a lot nicer, but one day maybe this truck will get a real custom interior, and that's what I'd love to do. This interior looks nice for now. Right now, while I'm a one truck guy and I'm leased onto a carrier, I don't have a gob load of money. Like, this is just something that I can do bolt on the weekend, and not really do too much research and finesse. It's just screw the damn thing in and let's go. It looks good for now. So that's why I picked this interior. But like I said, not recommending to anybody. The guy maybe thinks he's big enough to where he doesn't care about customer service, and he has enough customers that are gonna keep coming, and who cares if you think my customer service is good or not? Like, that's probably his attitude. Like, he's a small guy, like, so maybe he just doesn't care, and that's fine, but like, it's very simple to return a text, return a phone call, do what you say you're gonna do. He said originally 4 to 6 weeks. Well, you guys do the math on November 20th to March 1st. Whatever, dude. Anyways, another thing, before I get off here, I just went over to my boss's house. I got 2 new step boxes for the truck, and I got an extra pipe. My Dynaflex stacks, the passenger side started peeling at the very tip. I think I told you guys about this a while back. I'll include some pictures. I hit up Dynaflex. I told them, you know, hey, it's been a year since I've been running this stuff. My pipes aren't even connected. You know, they're not even hooked up. Do you guys have any reasoning for this, or has this happened often? I haven't even hit any branches with this thing. Like, they're not that tall. They only sit up like 13, 1 or 2 at ride height. You know, they're not connected. Like, why would it start peeling after a year? They said, oh, is this the truck that was at our show, the Dynaflex show? And I said, yeah. And I sent them pictures of it messed up at the show, and I got no reply. So it's just like, whatever, you know, like I'm still going to support and still run a Dynaflex stack, but damn, like Dynaflex, dude, their kits are anywhere from, like, for a stack kit, not even a down pipe and a wide pipe is like $3,200 to $3,500, probably more than that now. So if you get a full kit, down pipe, wide pipe, all the BS, dude, some of these guys spend like $5,000 to connect or more. Like, they do not sell cheap stuff. So, making sure I'm still recording. They do not sell cheap stuff. So, like, you think you'd take care of a guy that, like, came to your show in like, you know, like, I'm not bashing them, but damn, you think you'd go like, hey man, here's a pipe. Like, this is not going to kill you guys, you know? Like, you guys see my, I don't know. Like, I think the pipes cost like $600 or $700 for just the tip. Like, for one. So, I don't know, guys. Like, so anyways, I got a new one. Jeff had a spare one just sitting around at the shop. So, I got new pipe, new step boxes, and I got another oil change of my Schaefer stuff. And I have a fuel additive that I'm going to start dumping in the tanks. And yeah, so enough ranting. Let's get on with the video. And if you like what you see, definitely leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think about all this ranting and this truck that I'm about to show you guys, and this interior and all this stuff. But definitely please subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Very cool. I love the old steering wheel. I love this. The interior on this thing is really nice too.
Yeah,
the button tuck.
Well, it's got the 2 fog lights on it.
Yep.
So that's how you do that when you want to work on it alongside the road. You flip the hood open, tie a tarp over it, tie it on the mirrors, and put the spotlights underneath the hood so you can work on it.
It's super cool.
Well, that's from the old days. The spec for this was from an old guy.
Wow. Yeah, man, like I said, every time I saw the front end of this thing and just could see how complete things were, I was just like, man, everything looks like it's there, you know?
Well, I'd like to find a set of these.
Old air cleaner lids?
Just these lids.
All right, guys, so we're just getting ready to take the seats out right now. Start prepping the floor. Got to get this shift plate out, got to get the pedals out, and then we'll lay the floor in here and we'll just see where we're at, because I got to cut a new hole for this and everything like that. So all right, guys, so I finally got the floor in. We're just kind of fitting it in. I had to pull pedals out, also had to kind of notch this back section for the harness. It looks good in there, looks a lot better, but we still got to drill holes for the seat. I'm going to push the seat back 3-ish inches from stock, just so you don't see a lot of the seat bracket. Still have to drill or cut out section for the shifter down here. So that shouldn't be too bad. And yeah, so we're making progress. All right, as you can see, we're getting rid of that stock huge plate there. And it's just gonna be a deal like this. This is stainless. So this will be nice and clean. So that's all you'll see for the shifter. So, yep. All right, so we kind of found center eyeballed as best as I could. And so that's where my new shifter plate will be. So I'm gonna have to cut that out. Next, I'm gonna put a Sharpie mark here and drill this out for the airline on both sides. And then now I'm making life harder because I don't like where the stock holes are. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna probably go 3 inches back and put new holes for the seat to sit further back, because there's a lot of slide for my seat to slide forward, just not a lot of slide back. So we're making progress. All right, boys and girls, so this is my stock bracket that came with the truck. So it kind of adapts the stock side holes along with the aftermarket kind of Sears seats. And then the holes on the Sears seat, as you can see, they're just like 4 huge big holes. So what I did is I'm just kind of carving out a template that I can lay down on the seat or lay down on the floor. And I'll show you guys. I'm just gonna do one of these numbers instead of going off of the stock holes that are already there, because I know they're not going to be perfect. See, as you can see, the holes are not 100% perfect. That's why the holes are so big on the seat side. So anyways, I got my template here, and all I'm going to do is just shift these back like that and drill new holes, put new rib nuts, and we'll be done. Okay, class, I got my seat holes drilled on both sides. I drilled the corners out of the shifter part, and it'll make it a little bit easier to bevel these edges with the nice rounded edge from the step bit. So now time to pull this thing back out, drill these holes all the way through, and once I get the floor out, I'll put my nut zerts into the actual stock floor, and we'll have everything pretty much ready. This thing's almost, once this comes out and I cut that hole, this thing is pretty much ready for paint. So I'm excited, guys.
Working all right. Yeah. You have to just fucking give her the beans on that little guy.
Yeah.
walk it down.
Damn, you look like a professional.
Professional.
Where'd you go to school?
Oh, I didn't go to school. Running out of air.
Oh no. Losing horsepower by the minute.
Oh yeah. Jesus. What do you think is
I have to like
low on the?
peel some of that
Yeah.
little extra shit off.
Also, this could get hard too, probably.
Yeah.
Money.
Yep.
Alright.
One more?
Come to that side and I'll.
Alright.
See, I'm left-handed, so this side's a little bit already more comfortable. Is this ocean approved?
It's ocean approved.
Oh shit approved.
just gotta give her a clutch kick. Just gotta kick
that,
it one time.
You got that line straight as a circle?
Well, see, what had happened was, I think maybe just like a flat head, just kind of pop it up. But let me just get this. Shit. Let me get this edge real quick. No.
No, I just pop it out of there.
Yeah. Here, take that. Oh, buddy. Oh, mint.
Alright, good condition.
All right. What do you think?
When you cut the hole for the window in your brand new interior
Stab my face off.
with a straight blade.
Box cutter will get you there.
Box cutter edition. Ugh. Trust me, I promise we're adding value.
Negative $420.
Oh yeah, I mean, Jesus, it looks so bad.
Windows done.
Oh man, yeah, we don't need it straight. Just need a little peek. Oh. Almost got it done. We're just fighting, trying to get the stock bolts back in the ring with all the material tucked behind it. So
Only took like 5 minutes.
only took 5 minutes. 2 hours later.